Someone here has the song Jolene stuck in their head, and I don't know who it is, but this message is for you if you've had that song. Especially if you've had Jolene, Jolene, and then you please don't say no man. Okay, those songs that you get stuck in your head, they are there for a reason. And this one here is for you. You might be someone who is feeling that, or maybe it's a message from someone because they knew that you've listened to Dolly Parton and they knew you needed to hear this. But listen up, let's go. We've started off with the mermaid and the turtle. That an elder will teach you. Oh, I'm feeling this for the energy here. You are someone who is very vibrant, very, and if you don't know you are, you are. You have such an interesting energy. You might be even someone who finds that children, animals are very drawn to you, and people when they walk in the room, they say they just feel such a certain energy when you walk in. We've also got Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. And we've also got Beauty and the Beast. You need some space in a relationship. Okay, so let's dive into this. So, the mermaid and the turtle, an elder will teach you. Now, this is going to be a big card for you. A big part of this reading for you is that you need to listen. There's someone here in your life, and I believe it's someone who is already somewhat associated to you in some way. I'm actually getting someone who might be a mother figure, so she might just give that energy of being nurturing or mothering. It could be even physically your mother or someone who you considered a mother in your life. But this is someone definitely feeling a bit more feminine energy. So definitely someone who's more in touch with their feminine energy. But this this is something that you need to really listen to. They are trying to tell you something, and I'm feeling that you're almost shutting them down, or maybe you're not hearing exactly what they're saying because it's almost as if the energy is coming out me with this feminine energy, and it's almost as if it's getting blocked when it's trying to come through. And you need to remove those blocks, remove whatever ego is there, and let the information in. You don't have to exactly take it all on board straight away. Be like, okay, I need to write this down. I don't know what to do with this energy. And when you get that information, meditate with it. In whatever way you find meditation, whether that's a mindful walk, washing the dishes, coloring, dancing, physical meditation, whatever it is, you need to get yourself in a state where you're not distracted by a phone, not distracted by other people, TV, whatever it is, you need to be within. And whatever helps you get there is what you need to do. These it could even be in a state of when you're dancing, you get images, or even when you're sleeping, you get dreams and images appear in your dreams, or something seems coincidental. Write it down. Write your dreams down. Write random thoughts, random songs. Write it all down. I'm feeling that it's a really big thing for you to actually write down. Because I even said to write down what the person said to you. Now, this person, I am feeling it's a big thing for you because they are someone who is meant to be in your life. They are someone who is meant to be there to help you and guide you, even in death. And I know that might sound a bit morbid, but I feel that they are going to be someone who they are meant to be your guide physically in this world. They're meant to help you. And once you get to a certain point, they will pass on, or they will pass on and they will become your guide from the other side. But this person is feeling more motherly, it's definitely in touch with the feminine side, and they are someone who feels that they approach things in a different way. So I don't think it's the right way to say that they might come off a bit hard-headed, but I'm not saying it in a way it feels that they're very certain in their what they say. They almost say it as if there's no other option here. And I think that that's what puts you off is that they're so certain of what they say. For you do hold a really good presence, but you also need to be taught how to use that presence and how to use your energy more, just more. Now, Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Now, at the moment, I think that I I feel that you're being in a place that you're coming and going certain places, maybe certain relationships. You need to have, no, excuse me. You need to find your space. You need to find who, who- you need to find who is your safe people. So this is going to be that motherly person. Again, it could be a literal mother. They're going to be a safe person for you to go to at any time. They aren't going to be tippy-toeing around making you feel good. They are going to say things that maybe you don't like, but they're saying in a place of love. They might go, hey, you need to get off your phone because it's becoming an addiction. But they're saying in a place of love because how easy is it for us to get immersed in our phones and forget about the world around us? How many people have walked out in front of cars or people or trucks or whatever and almost get hit because they're so enveloped in that phone and it's drawing away from you? And you need to find a safe space where you're not going to feel, I guess, judged, but you know they will give you a harsh reality check. You also need to find a safe space within your house, within your apartment, within your, if you're just restricted to a bedroom, find a corner in your room. I'm getting told specifically the southwest. So finding that space, making that some sort of safe space. So that's your place to go meditate. That's your place to completely switch off from TV and all that. Obviously, if you're someone who doesn't have other options to maybe listen to meditation music, if that helps you get into that state, obviously maybe put your phone on flight mode or silence so you can get into that zone while listening to the music if possible. But you really need to find that safe space in your own home, in your own area, because you're, I feel, I don't know if you're surrounded by clutter or something, but I'm feeling that you go from one room to the another, but you also don't do anything. It's almost as if you forget what you're doing and then you sit there on your phone. Beauty and the Beast, you need some space in a relationship. Now, again, I'm actually feeling again, this is someone who phone or something like that. Now, you might be talking to someone, whether that's on FaceTime or something like that, or someone who is very needy, but this is a very drawing energy, and that's why you need that safe space. This could be someone in your area. Maybe you're in a share house and someone in your share house is very needy, but it is a presence that is very needy. And you need to set those boundaries. It's not a case of, oh, they know that I can't answer all the time. It's a case of, I've told you I cannot answer my phone after 10 p.m. I will not answer you. If you continue to call me, I will have to block you. And you leave it at that. And if they keep doing the actions, you follow through with what you state. If it's someone in your house, it's a bit harder, but you might say, look, I have to look after myself. I'm happy to help you where I can, where I have time or the means to, but I also need to make sure I'm looking after myself. If you can't respect that, then I can only be civil towards you, and we are not any more than I look after myself, I clean up after myself, you look after yourself, you clean up after yourself. Setting those boundaries are healthy, and it's something that we should do with everything, with our spirit guides, with ourself. We should have boundaries with ourselves, with people we love. So that's mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, even our partner. We should have boundaries, and these boundaries are based on different things, different people. So when you set your boundaries, make sure you're clear with what you want, the actions you will take if they don't listen to your needs, and the follow through. It is very important that you don't deviate from that, that you don't tell yourself, oh, it was just a one thing. You can give them warnings saying, hey, this is a boundary. I told you about this. And you'll go, hey, look, I'm giving you this as a warning because this is what will happen. And you follow through. You make sure to always follow through. I'm really feeling drawn to these cards. Now, these are the words from Jesus. Now, you don't have to believe in this if you don't want to. Obviously, only take what you want from the message that comes through. But sometimes the messages that come through is just exactly what you need to hear. So let's see what Jesus has to say for this message today. I will say, whoever this is for, you're meant to have that mentor. And I think maybe they're going to be a helpful hand in helping you set those boundaries as well. I love that. I love this. So knock and it shall be opened unto you. So knock and it shall be opened unto you, which is from Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. Now, the next one is, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, which is another Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. Okay, this one here, another Matthew again. I love we got a lot of Matthew today. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Matthew 26, 41. Now, this one here is one I'm actually feeling really, really drawn to say something. I was going to leave this as a final message, but I'm getting told there's a reason why we got this, and it's really flowing into exactly what we're talking about. The knock and it shall be opened upon you again, onto you. I don't know why I'm trying to say that wrong. This is opening the doors to that mentor, that person who you're meant to go to, who will help you in whatever way. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. So your words speak the action. So when you want to set the boundaries and you speak it with not only just saying, hi, this is my boundary. You're saying, this is my boundary. And you say it with emphasis and with belief behind what you have to say. Notice what happens. Notice the energy. Notice the feelings that you get when you say that. And this one here, this is the one I'm really, really drawn to. This is the one I'm feeling that, honestly, Jesus is with us right now. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. So again, with those toxic relationships, and I feel that's why each of these cards ended up on the top of the card that it did, because this one is all about that relationships, and you're not wanting to set yourself back into these toxic relationships, and you also don't want to be putting yourself in a state of sacrificing yourself, because when you're entered into temptation, that is where you fall back into the same patterns. You break those boundaries you set. You break the boundaries you have with yourself. You break the promises you make yourself. I won't do that again. Does it again. You're breaking yourself. You are tempting yourself and you're breaking who you are, who you're supposed to be. Allow yourself to be strong. Allow yourself to speak with emphasis. Allow yourself to feel the energy coming from you as if supposed to. You are meant to be able to feel the energy. You're meant to be able to speak the energy and speak what you feel. Jesus was here to teach us. And he even said in the Bible that the teachings that he was talking to the disciples would not be understood by that generation, but years and years to come. This is the time for us to understand what he had to say. And you don't have to be a believer in Jesus. You obviously only take what resonates in this one. But if you believe what their words are saying, you believe in the great divine, you do believe. And Jesus is also known as, I believe, Yeshua as well. So that is the message for today. And I feel this is a very, very strong message for whoever it is for. But if you're someone who is listening to this, you're really invested, you want to know more, definitely check out my link down below. I want to have you in my schedule. And if there's not enough slots available, message me because I'm happy to hold a place for you. Okay? I hope you have a beautifully blessed and wonderful day. Bye.